Hey everybody, 8-Bit Josh here, and welcome to a brand new game called Dwarrows, which is currently set to release on February 28th, but I was lucky enough to get a code to try it out, and I actually played this over on my Twitch channel for a good while, a few hours, and it's super fun. And so, if you haven't heard of it, Dwarrows is a city building slash like adventure game. So it's super cool. So you have three different characters. You have your builder here. You have your assassin looking dude who's like your treasure hunter guy. He's got his little treasure hunting wand. And you have your resource gatherer, which is your little dwarf guy, and he has a giant axe for cutting down trees, and he has a pickaxe for instance, when you want to mine like gold, or you can see that stone right there. But it's a super fun, just like really chill little game. You go on like these little adventures where you can solve puzzles and unlock like rare artifacts. But ultimately what you're trying to do is build up your little community. And this is our little community so far. So we have like little plots of soil for growing like farmland. We have some entertainment stuff like little puppet shows and markets. You can see we have a decent amount. You can see at the top we have 16 total citizens right now. And these are their little cabins we've built for them. You start off with just like little tents, and you basically upgrade them to like nicer cabins. We have little bathhouses here. Little outhouses, which hopefully we'll be able to upgrade soon, because outhouse didn't seem like the nicest place to have to go to the bathroom. But yeah, so we're gonna go over to our little drafting table, and that's where you actually build stuff for your village. So this is Dusken Keep, and yeah, that's really all there is to it. Like I said, you go on adventures and you treasure hunting, gather resources, all so that you can build up your little village. So like for instance, if you want to build a market or a little merchant stall, we're currently short on wood. We have 69. We need 100. Let's see if we find something that we do have. Like a tent. So here we go. If I wanted to place a tent, you get into just like a standard little grid size area of your space, and you just build it out however you need to. We actually just recently expanded our available land. So it used to be like right here. I think it was like along this area, or it might have been along this area, but we just recently expanded, so we have all this new space over here to build stuff. But like if you want to build, you just plop it down. And well, we don't have enough resources for a second one, but that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm gonna demolish that so we get our resources back. But it's super fun because it's such a neat idea, because you flip through each character. So like I said, this is our builder, and if we need to gather resources, which we do, we're gonna switch to our dwarf guy, and we just go around and chop down trees. Sometimes you find them like little stacks of wood laying around. Grab those up. You also come across other people kind of out in the world, like in order to expand our like total land area that we can build in, we had to go around and find 20 ghosts for this guy before he would let us. He basically gave us the deed to expand our land. He was like, I'll do it for you, but you have to find me these 20, they actually call them sprites, but they're just little ghosts. And yeah, right now you can see we're having a food production issue, so I'm trying to gather enough resources to build more like little farm plots. And like I said, this game comes out on February 28th, so if you're happen to be watching this before then, make sure you head over to their Steam page and you give it a follow, you wishlist it. Especially if you're into like management games, you know, if you're watching this on my channel, you're probably a fan of management, city building, simulation type games, right? So if you are, then this game is going to be like right up your alley. And it's like, it's one of those games where it's super relaxed. There are no enemies, at least so far. There was, at the very beginning, this like trial thing we had to go through where you go through a temple and there was like an automated robot who basically would attack you because it thought it was like a cleaning robot and it thought that everything was dirty and you had to solve puzzles to repair it in order for it to like basically not be like, hey, all these people here are making the temple dirty. So it's really great, like, just that it's such a unique mix of city building and adventuring. And also things like this, gathering resources. Because, you know, in like most city builders, you would place like your resource building and resource gathering would just happen automatically. So here you actually have to control all three characters to do, you know, the jobs that they're supposed to be doing. And it's super simple to switch between your characters for like, so like you can just use your mouse wheel and you scroll between each one of them. So like I said, we're trying to gather enough resources right now to build more like little farm plots. And I want to see, each one is like 200 wood and 140 gold. So we have enough to build more. So we'll just build as many as our resources will allow. Aw, let's get some more wood. But it's fun too because you still have to, there's still a management aspect to it. Like you have to make sure you're producing enough food for all of your citizens. Like we have 16 in our like little village right now and we aren't producing enough food for them. So it's all about managing that. You have to manage like their entertainment. I showed you the bathhouses. You have to have enough of those, right? So that all of your citizens can get clean when they need it. But we also recently, you start out only being able to carry 500 of each resource. So we recently upgraded that, which is great. So now we can carry 2.5k, which is so much more and helps out so much in the resource gathering. Okay, so we have enough gold now, so we should build, well, we can definitely build one more. There we go. So hopefully that will start to raise up our production. So if we go to our menu, we can see here our food. Our yield is currently at about 3,900, steadily rising. And okay, so this is good now. So our consumption was about 3, I guess, units per second. Oh, we're about to get another yield, which is excellent. So hopefully that'll solve our problems for now. Oh yay, tax time, woohoo! You also collect crowns. So obviously, you know, the more citizens you have, the more crowns you're gonna collect. But that's great. So our food production is above our consumption now. So we should be pretty good on our food for a while. We also have our journal, which is kind of like our quests. We have a couple things here. Like right now we're trying to get our town rating up to a 3. We're currently at 2. And to get our rating up, we have to get all 3 of these things up. So the culture, economy, and quality of life. And that's all stuff that you make better through building. So like, for instance, entertainment, you can see there, it brings our culture up and our economy up by 5 points for each one that we build. And we currently have 3 of them in our town. Go over here. We have 3 of those. We have 3 markets or merchants. Each one of those raises the, raises each of those by the allotted points. And I do want to build some more of those. So let's gather some more resources. Like I said, I love the mix of the city building stuff with the gathering of resources and having to switch through your characters. Definitely a lot of fun and super relaxing game. Like this is one of those games where, like, maybe you're about to go to bed, you have like an hour or something before you want to go to bed. You sit down, you play this for a little bit, you just kind of relax. There's no combat, at least so far. I don't think there's any combat in the game. But you just want to expand your village and get as many crowns as you can and make your citizens happy. Yeah, just pretty much as with any city building game. We're just going around and trying to collect as much wood. One of those puppet show wagons is 400 wood. So we need at least 800 if we're gonna build 2, which I would like to do. I think gold was 400 as well, right? So we'll get our wood count up to at least 800, but we'll gather as much as we can while we're out here. And then the same with our gold. These big trees, man, they give you so much wood. Well, that one only gave us 30, but sometimes they've given me up to like 90 units of wood, which is a decent amount, I would say, for one tree. But we've already mined so much gold over here that it had to start like kind of expanding our radius for our resource gathering, because there's not as much wood on this, or not as much gold on this side. Oh, there's a ghost up there. Let's go find him. Well, not find him, but let's go get him. So the guy that gave us or allowed us to expand like our buildable area, he wanted us to find these sprites, which to me they look like Boo from Super Mario. Oh, this guy doesn't jump very well. We may have to get our little treasure hunter guy. I like to call him like our assassin, because he looks like an assassin with like his cloak hood. He's got a mask on. I don't even know. Let's check our map. He's kind of far away. He's pretty far away from our dwarf. But anyway, we'll switch back to him because we still need to gather as much wood and gold as we can. Then you find these kind of scattered throughout the land. These are like little teleporting pieces, so you can quickly traverse certain areas of the game without, having to run across them the whole time. Okay, so we have 846 gold, which is great. Wood. We just need to get some gold. Like I said, we've already mined so much of the gold around here. We'll probably have to start a bunch of resources that we weren't able to pick up before. Just lying around, that's what I like to see. Ooh, here we go. there's another. Oh, I see a few gold rocks around. So here's one over here. And then how you get citizens, so you see those tents over there kind of scattered throughout the map are basically just these guys. They're like little camping areas, and you can invite them. You can invite them to live. Now, we don't have enough space, so if I invite them, they'll say, I would love to come live with you, but you don't have enough space. You can see tents all around. So plenty of people to come and fill up our village, give us lots of money by way of collecting crowns. Okay, and this will give us our 800 gold that we need. So we'll be able to build a couple more of the puppet show wagon. And maybe we should make like a little entertainment district, because we could do one there. Don't have enough resources for that, but if we demolish those, then we can build. There we are. So what does that take us to now? Cool, so we have to get culture. I guess we need 75 more points, 61 and 60 for economy and quality of life. So it's definitely going to require, you know, lots of expansion and lots more resource gathering. This person. Oh, this is our blacksmith. So if you bring your characters here, if you have enough like resources and whatnot, you can actually upgrade your weapons, or not weapons, but tools. So like axe, this is temporary. If we want to do like permanent, oh, that costs 500 crowns. Holy crap, we don't have 500 crowns. I don't want to I feel like temporarily increasing the tools is sort of a waste of crowns. Might as well save up, right, and do a permanent upgrade. So we'll wait on that. And then with our little treasure hunter guy, so we have this fancy wand where if you hold it up, it turns red when you get near like a treasure. So like it's kind of like the hot and cold game. Like the further away you go, it turns blue, and as you are facing it, it turns red, it gets darker, and then it'll start pulsing, which you'll see here shortly. We should be getting pretty close. You kind of have to just like run around and figure it out. As long as it stays red, you know you're on the right track, right? Oh, there we go. There you are. So now this means we're really close to a treasure. And the redder it gets, there you go. We found ourselves a treasure. Yay! But like I said, this guy's probably my favorite. One, because he has hobbit feet, but also he's got the sweet cloak and the mask. He runs really fast. Like you can sprint with him. Alright, let's see what's in here. Jackpot! Oh, look at all those resources. Awesome. You also will come across like these sort of destroyed buildings that have puzzles with them. And those are fun because it requires you to use like all of your characters. Very Zelda-like, you know, you have switches and you have to hit all the switches in order to like unlock a door or make a platform go up and down, things like that. But super fun game. I think we'll continue playing this because I want to expand our city and do more exploring. Hopefully you guys will stick with us while we're going on our little adventure to expand our city. But I'm gonna leave this part here, so be sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. Let me know your thoughts on the game. If you are interested, I will have the link to the Steam store so you can follow it, wishlist it. If you're watching this after February 28th, you can go buy it right now. So yeah, with that, I am 8-Bit Josh, and thanks for watching. See ya.